What is up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Today we're gonna go over the mechs of Mech Arena. Put them in a tier list. Let's see what this looks like. Okay. Looks good. Looks good. Looks like we're running smooth. What's up, Luke? How's it going, dude? Could be maybe a long stream. Maybe a long stream. What's up, Abandon? How's it going, dude? You know, I realized last stream I didn't say hi to you, Abandon. I realized that after the stream, I was looking over the stream and everything, and I missed it. I did not say hello, Abandon. And made me feel bad that I missed you. You know what I mean? How could I miss you? It's crazy. All right. Excuse me. I cleared my throat. Gonna be talking for a little while. Yo, Fight Club, what's going on, man? You was busy like today? Man, it's been a very busy summer. For a lot of people. Doing good, doing good. Just an update on the free-to-play MAQC tournament. Again, I have reached out to our opponent and nothing. No response, no nothing. Trying to get a hold of them, nothing. Posted in Mech Arena Discord, couldn't get a hold of them. So, hey, there, whatever. Why is there a crown above their names? It is because they are the most active in my streams. So they've been around, and it accumulates over the past few streams since this has started and everything. They are the most active. Please vote me. Another free win. Yeah, that's not how I wanted to do it though. And they're higher. I'm assuming because it's under my Discord name Deke. They don't realize that it's my free-to-play account that they're facing. Maybe they think they're facing maxed out mechs and not even thinking about my free-to-play account. Is the Lacewing event worth it? Let's take a look. I've already got some of this stuff. So 12 tokens, 120 bucks. But there is an event where you get, how many do you get? Just one? Is that right? Just one token? Any of these other ones give tokens? No. This is for the green one. None of the rest of them give tokens. So you finish one, maybe you might get lucky and get one. Is it worth it? I would say if you're going for anything, it'd be the strike rockets and the lace wing. But the chances of you getting one of those two is very slim. I mean, the percentage goes down tremendously, like 2.7, and I've already got 3 of them open, so it's probably like 1%. I'm not sure. Deke's awesome loyalty system. Yes. And chat's moving along today. What's up, Death Gun? How's it going, dude? Trying not to miss anybody. Kill Wish. What's up, man? I already voted on it. I told you who I voted for. Just chilling. How's it going, bud? Raj, what's up, dude? Welcome to the stream, guys. Can you tell me what's going on? Well, we're gonna do a little tier list. What do you guys think? That chain gun event is terrible. What's up, Saheen? What's going on, dude? Welcome to the stream, bud. You got the chain gun 6, the 4th spin? That's incredible. I mean, it's pretty useless though. I mean, at 6 energy, you should be working on 8s, 10s, 12s, 16s, something higher. I would think by now. Fight Club, it's got the mini on the 8th try. On my free-to-play account, I got the minigun on my 5th try. Saheen's fine. I'm doing great, man. Doing great. A little bit of rain outside, but that's not too bad. Just chilling. These are not real A-coins. It's just a game inside the chat. It's just a gambling system type thing, just for fun. Luke got it first try minigun. What do you think about the new mechs? I haven't even looked at them. Should we do that? Should we go over that? Maybe we'll look that up. Let me look it up real quick. Mech Arena. I would have thought it would have popped up first thing, but it does not. Panel. Mech Arena official. Videos. Let's go over the devlog. Let's go over the devlog. How about that? Pull this over here. We'll go over this. Pause the music for now. We will turn this volume up a little bit. I think that should be good. We'll go over the devlog. See what you guys think. Let's do it. Go full screen. Here we go.
Hi everyone, I'm Freya from the Mech Arena community team, and you're watching our
Dude, look at this makeup, dude. This is fire. If you were looking at this, you would think she was in a movie or something. What is it? Dune movies, or, you know, some type of road rage type of movie.
15th devlog. I can't wait to show you all the cool stuff that's currently in the works. So why don't we dive right in? Let's start with a recap of what's been happening in the arena lately. First off, we released 2 brand new mechs, a legendary tank Parasite that can redirect damage, and a
What do you guys think of this Parasite? Like,
legendary attacker, Volty, who can electrocute enemies with a drone.
This
Let
one,
us know if
the Volty,
you've
not so
already
much.
tried them out. As for new weapons, we added an assault weapon Oracle, a heavy-duty weapon Suppressor, and Continuum, a sniper weapon.
The weapons are just basic, average.
Finally, oh my god, we released a stunning map by a girl app. Just take a look at the scenery.
This map has got to be one of the best maps they have designed since the beginning of the game. This map's awesome.
Paradise. Have you tried it out yet? Okay, that's it for the recap. Now let me show you we've got cooking. First off, we're updating squad presets.
This is what I'm most excited about. Squads, presets. Now, this is game changing. If we can actually, you know, move around pilots and do whatever we want and not mess up our first preset when we're working on our second preset. So if we wanted to run no mods or something like that, we could take off our mods, put our pilots on, use whatever weapons, you know, switch around the implants and everything, but not mess with the first preset. That's gonna be good.
What kind of changes can you expect? Well, you'll find out all the details soon.
Why do they keep it a mystery? Just tell us already.
The upcoming update goes live this summer, so keep an eye on our social media and in-game notifications. We've got another big update that'll change the way you battle in the arena. It's so big, it's going to be a major part of an upcoming update preview video. So stay tuned.
So not only is she previewing some of it right now, there's going to be another video we got to watch
For more details. I'm pretty psyched about this one. And now let's move on to upcoming mechs and weapons. I know you've been waiting for this part. I'll start with the mechs we're expecting in-game. First one is codenamed Earthquake, and it's going to shake things up. When its ability is active, the mech creates a zone that slows down your enemies and prevents them from using movement-based abilities. Earthquake also activates a shield.
Okay, first look at this thing. He's thick. Can I say that? No doubt about it. Thick. The top half is like tiny with a wide waist. Yeah, big booty. No wonder it's earthquake.
Around itself.
So it's going to cause an earthquake. They're not going to be able to dash or anything like that away from you. Plus slows down the mech. Then it has a shield. Depending on the amount of mechs within its ability of AoE, then it has a shield on top of that. That's a lot all in one.
Depending on the number of mechs within the ability's AoE, the shield's HP increases. As a support mech, it'll be the perfect ally for heated skirmishes, especially if you have to stall multiple enemies at once. I can't wait to see Earthquake in action.
I will say this, if it does what it does, and it actually works, I know over in War Robots, like there was some mechs that you would do this, you would quick spawn on the same beacon you're fighting for. Use that ability to your advantage, because by the time they kill you, they've turned away. You spawn this mech quick spawning, and then use that ability that holds them in place, and they're not facing you, so you can get the kills, or your teammates could get the kills.
During a CVC battle. Moving on, the second mech.
It might actually be really good for CPC.
The making is codenamed Knife, and it's a legendary attacker. As its name suggests, the mech's ability allows it to throw 5 blades. When they hit an enemy, they deal damage and also slow it down.
So, the blade, there's 5 blades. It shoots 5 blades from it, hits the enemy, does some damage, and slows it down.
Blades have an extremely long range, so you can reach even the farthest of targets in the arena. Sorry to be all cloak and dagger about this.
I wonder if it has a curve to it, like you can shoot it around objects. If you can't shoot it around, if it's like it has like a pod gun or a hemlock ability where it can curve a little bit, that might be pretty good.
The details, but we'll reveal more later this summer. Keep an eye on our channels for more updates and find out what else Knife is capable of. Now it's time to take a look at the upcoming weapons. We're planning to release a new sniper, missile, and assault weapon.
Sniper, missile, and assault.
The sniper weapon, codenamed Sim, features 2 shooting mechanics that work a little differently. One mode helps.
What's with the same designs over and over and over? Like, I know everybody likes the graviton beam, but then you put them in, it looks like a graviton beam. So does quantum, so does, what's that other, the suppressor. They all kind of look very similar. I'm guessing they're going for like a futuristic type look. I don't know.
To deal increased damage, has a smart target tracking mechanism.
One mode helps you deal increased damage, has a smart target tracking mechanism. So it's like the Oracle, but also deals a splash damage.
It does have a short range, but that's pretty manageable. The missile weapon is codenamed Manual. With this weapon, you have to hold the button to launch up to 5 rockets. It also applies.
So this could be the game changer, because they're saying you have to hold the firing button to unload all of them. So you could unload like 1 or 2 of them. This could be a game changer, depending on the damage and everything. Because a lot of people are like, if Stormwreck could, you know, shoot off like RPGs, it would be OP, blah, blah, blah. I mean, Stormwreck is already OP, but if you could hold back ammo to shoot at another target, that's quite interesting.
Applies a specific status effect, which you'll find out about later.
A status effect,
Last
too.
but not least is our assault weapon, codenamed Pusher. It's a powerful assault gun with a lightning-fast reload speed, high damage, and a higher fire rate.
Kind of reminds me of Pulse Cannon.
We're still working on its perks, so I can't reveal any more for now, but watch this space. As you may know, it'll soon be Mech Arena's 4th anniversary. We're working on plenty of good stuff for this event, and we'll share more details with you very soon.
You gonna mark my words? Dude, don't take them seriously. They change and screw this
In the
up.
meantime, let us know how long you've been playing Mech Arena in the comments. And that's everything. Wow, the upcoming months are going to be action-packed. I even got chills.
Does anybody watch the end of these where she messes up all the time? I think it's hilarious.
Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and leave your comments or questions below. See you next time! And more updates, and find out what else knives.
I have no clue what they're saying, but it's gotta be funny.
Ігрища. Especially if you have to...
It's good to see that they're having fun, right?
Зараз я. It's so big, it's going to be a major part of a...
I almost thought she said banana right there. It's major part of a banana.
Just take a look at the... Вибачте, мене винесло.
If anybody knows what she just said right there, I would like to know.
Alt weapon Oracle, a heavy duty...
Doopy? Got a doopy weapon?
Duty.
Hilarious. I don't know. I like the last part of it. It's always fun to watch. The missile weapon looks like a cryo-nade. Yeah, but it's going to be a missile, so it's going to shoot off correctly. It's not going to look like, you know, storm rack or anything. It's going to be rounded off. Alright, let's look at some of these weapons. What's kind of... It probably does look like a nade. Not nade. No? Ah, cryo here. So it's like they cut the front of it off and made the back half bigger. Doesn't look too bad. Yeah, that's why I said too, Death Gun. Like, a sniper with short range? What kind of sniper is that? But they said it's pretty manageable. And it looks like we're going for like shorter reloads as well. Oh yeah, Lucky Charm. Definitely looks like the cryo launcher. You just cut the front of it off? Definitely. Alright, what did you guys think? Yeah, it just neutralized. So the dash mechanics, all that, the stuff, they wouldn't be able to get away. So it might be very good for quick spawning. It's gonna be interesting. Seems like a blast RPG. Just like the Hellfire. Bum bum bum. The Hellfire. Let's go to the Hellfire. Where is the Hellfire? Did I miss it? No, it's down here. I don't know. Yeah, the Hellfire has a short range too. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I'm actually looking forward to some of these. The one thing they missed is like they showed a mech the last time, or talked about a mech last time that would shoot a beam and have a radius of damage or health to your allies. A damage to the enemy, health to the allies. I'm still looking for that. I thought that concept was pretty interesting, to shoot off something like a gate crusher, shoot an area and do damage plus or heal if you were in the vicinity, if you were an ally. Yeah, they've been completely mixing up, mismatching, you know, the weapons and stuff like that. Even the mechs are getting mixed matched. Like, you would think Viper, you know, I mean, would be in the talks, but you would think Overdriver probably be in the heavy duty weapons, but it's not. The Hornet, why is it in the missiles? I don't know. Then you got Quantum down here that's supposed to be a sniper weapon, but it never stops firing. That would be more like an assault weapon to me. They've been messing some of these things up. Like pod gun should be in the guided. I don't think it should be in the barrage, but that's alright. Basically, I'm guessing they're going for the pod gun. The pods themselves explode, and that's why it's barrage. I don't know. Whatever. They're mixing things up. That's good. Raj says, what should I buy? So confused between Orion and Panther. I would definitely go Orion. Orion can last. You can play that mech all the way up to the top tiers. Panther, without that fence, it's pretty squishy. So is Orion, but you can slow down your enemies, help your teammates with its ability on getting the kills, or you killing them yourself. Lucky Charm. Look at him. I'm not making fun of you. It is a pretty good guide. But promoting another channel on live stream? Jeez. Love you too, bud. Alright. Let's get started on this meta mech tier list. This is how we're gonna do it. Alright. You got meta, strong picks, viable, weak, and trash. Okay? Now, I'm not the only one voting on this. Your guys' votes are gonna matter as well. And we're gonna start from left to till we get to the bottom, right? I think there's 42 mechs, if I'm not mistaken. We're gonna go start with Aegis first, right? Where do you think Aegis should be? And I'm gonna play a game, and while I play that game, you guys can discuss that yourselves. Caps lock, my bad. I made a title for the stream. So once again, I'll show it, pop it up here. We got meta, strong picks, viable, or weak, or trash. Those are the categories. But we're talking about Aegis first, so that's what we'll go with first. I'm gonna play a game, and we'll get to talking about that here in a little bit. You guys can discuss that all you want in the chat. Just discuss it between each other and everything. I'm gonna play this game, and then I'm gonna hop into you guys' discussion, and we're gonna talk about it. Dun, dun, dun. This gives them time to get in position. Demonic. That's who we're talking about. What's he in? Oh, he's got the new weapons on that boy. Already? Okay, dang. That's the suppressor on that. Okay. That's a Bastion. I don't want the Bastion. I want this guy. We tore him up. Oh man, he's just got barely any health left. Barely any. Hey, let's go over here. Shoot at this shield. If I can get this kill. And no. Now we gotta wait for this darn reload. It takes forever. I'm gonna rush in here. Mnemonic with the nades. I didn't even see the nades shooting. Kind of messed up, ain't it? Take this back. That's a Hemi. Keep moving away from the nades. Should I kill the bot? He killed himself. Sorry. Mnemonic. Where are you gonna spawn? You're gonna spawn down there? Oh, why did I do that? Repeaters! This game's over, ain't it? Yep. Wonder why you had kill shot in. What? No way. Did they really? RXS won against OG in a 3v3? I gotta see proof of this. Gotta see proof. Alright. Let's get back on to topic. On to the topic. Where's Aegis? Right here. We got Aegis. Has a dome shield with its ability. HP 215, speed 220. Power's not bad. Ability cooldown is 10 seconds. Ability duration is 10 seconds. Dome radius is 10 millimeter. 10 meters. Dome durability. Okay. That's 750. Alright. So Aegis. Where are we gonna put Aegis? Let's see here. Definitely a strong pick. I see. Let's see here. Strong pick. And I would 100% agree with that. But I'm gonna say it's not quite there yet. To become meta and everything, it's gotta be universally, like, be able to be played. In the current meta, you're not gonna see Aegis in anybody's hangar. The reason being, it is too slow and easily got to. So it's more of a mid-tier type of mech, in my opinion. So just because of that, I'm actually putting it in viable. It is very good early game, mid game, not so good later. It could be almost strong pick if used correctly. But most meta players are not going to use it. Very good, don't get me wrong, but easily countered. All right. Next one is Arachnos. What are we going to do about Arachnos? What do you guys think? Let's look at Arachnos real quick. Get a better understanding of this. Because this ability is horrendous in my opinion. One of probably the worst abilities in the game. So it's a spider turret. Deploys a small indestructible turret. When an enemy approaches it, the turret will attack. Yeah. Ability cooldown is 22 seconds. Turret damage 115. It's like getting a bee sting, but keep walking. Current active lifetime is only 10 seconds, so it's just as long as the Aegis shield. The range on the turret is crap, 30 meters. You just walk around that radius and it's trash, right? What are we thinking? Trash. Let's see, trash. Haven't seen much in anything else. What's up, Ace? How's it going, dude? What's up, Vic? Night Fury! What's going on, guys? Welcome into the stream. Alright. I think we've seen enough. It goes in the trash. Goes into the trash, right? So what do we think of Ares now? Let's take a look at its ability and everything. I think Ares is pretty decent. It's got a wide shield as an ability. Speed is really slow. Health is not that great. Let's look at the stats. Health gets up to 160, which isn't that great anymore. Speed 18. If it ain't over 20 speed, it's not very good anymore. The cooldown on it also is 12 seconds. But the cool thing about its ability is it stays up until it's destroyed. That's the only cool part about it. Shield durability isn't that great. So, yeah, it's just not hitting the spot. You think it's viable? I don't think it's viable. I think it's useful early game, but once you start getting other mechs and everything, it's not so good. Not so good. Manin, what's going on? Mr. Popular Deke, huh? Nah, not so popular. Just having a good time. Trying to enjoy. I think it's a viable early game to somewhat mid game. So for that, I'm actually going to put it in weak. So I think it over Arachnos, in between Aegis and Arachnos. Yeah, it's right in between. Right in between. Right in between. Night Fury is almost at 30 subscribers. That's awesome, dude. Keep grinding. Keep grinding. Yeah, look, you guys are choosing wisely. Ares is weak. You think Aegis should be in Strong Pig? I don't think so. There's a lot more other things I think are a little bit stronger. What about Bastion? What about Bastion? Let's take a look at Bastion. Where is he? Right there. Bastion stats. Energy capacity 24. Health is 284, which is pretty chunky. The speed is very slow. Like I said, anything under 20 really doesn't cut it for meta. Ability cooldown 16 seconds. That's not good either. It's too high. Shield durability is when it uses ability of the blast shield. Blast shield EMP's duration is 3 seconds, which isn't that great either. Shield damage radius 30 meters, which that's not bad. because most of the time you're gonna be up close and personal with it. The shield damage 22k. That's kind of low. I think that should be like 30 or 40. 40k. That'd be pretty nice. Plus the 30% ability damage implant. That wouldn't be bad. I think that'd be pretty good. Means you wouldn't want to get close to it. It'd take a nice chunk of your health. Or if you still had mods on, you know, multi-layer, take one or two off. Bastion is really good in 2v2. That is correct. Raj says 100% meta. I don't know if we're gonna go that far. Bastion is viable, but he's so dang slow. And shield doesn't really do much after mid game. That's correct. Yes. Yeah, 2-second MP, not good at all. Or it's 3 seconds, but you're correct. That's not good at all. If you're gonna have something for an EMP, it's gotta be 4 seconds. It's gotta be matching. It's gotta match Surge, right? Bastion's ability is decent. Also, he's tanky. He is very tanky. Needs a longer MP, yes. It does look cool. This is a cool looking mech. You know what? The earthquake, right? You look at the back half of this. I mean, it's thick. You know what I mean? But you look at this bottom half of the Bastion looks almost identical to Earthquake. Just a smaller tore upper chest part. And the Earthquake, that's what it looks like. So I'm actually, in my opinion, when we're looking at meta and everything like that, viable, strong picks and stuff like that, I honestly think Bastion is viable. Especially in 2v2s, because we're not only talking about CPC, we're talking about 2v2s, 5v5s, and everything. This is an overall meta. So I'm looking at it is very viable, especially in 2v2s. Get those close quarter combats going. It's very good. Early game to mid game. Late game, not so much. There's just too much stuff that's going to kill it late in the game, you know what I mean? And I don't know why, but I am very cold right now. The AC's running, but I'm freaking cold already. Very cold. All right, Blockhorn. Let's talk about Blockhorn. I don't even have it. I've ran into it quite a few times. Didn't seem too special to me. Somebody told me if you're a leader of a clan, you have to have Blockhorn. That is a stereotype, I guess. And I kind of think it's kind of funny because the leader of my clan, King Broski, he has one. And it's maxed out. So I was thinking, I just asked the question. I was like, do you have a Blockhorn? I told him the story about somebody telling me that the leader of an alliance has to have a Blockhorn. And sure enough, he does have one. I just thought it was kind of funny. I was like, why would anybody have a Blockhorn? And dude was like, every leader has to have one. I was like, what? Nice. What are you guys' thoughts on it? What? What's going on? Night Fury says Blockhorn is amazing. He works so good with Overdriver 16s. Blockhorn does pretty good in CPC. I mean, blocking off some areas where you can hide behind it, plus amplify some damage. Let's take a look at the stats. 227, so it's a little lighter than Blockhorn. Actually, a little bit faster, just 1 kilometer faster than Bastion. The ability cooldown 9 seconds. That's getting better. We want to see ability cooldowns around 8 seconds. Ability duration 7 seconds. Now, if this could be like 10 seconds, I think it'd be more viable. Barricade duration, it's 500. That's pretty chunky. Barricade amp zone damage, so this amps up your damage 30%, no matter what level it is. Barricade amp zone size, which isn't very big. This is pretty darn small. Pretty darn small. Not very big at all. I wonder how big the shield is exactly from side to side. Fight Club, the only good, I'm a leader of a clan, and the only good tank I have is Aegis. Aegis is pretty decent. Blockhorn plus Brick House ability seems a good combo. It could be in like a 5v5s. I think it could be. That'd be interesting. I wonder if they amp each other up. Does that work? I don't know. We'd have to test something like that. Blockhorn would do well with minigun overdrivers. Hey Deke, how do I get mod on the chat? Well, you gotta be very active in the chat and around the streams a lot. So if I see high activities, and I gotta be able to trust you as well. Taheen says, Blockhorn, don't like it. Have it maxed. No, he has it maxed. We gotta listen to this guy. He's got it maxed. He's the one using it. He don't like it. That's interesting. If you use it right, you could counter surge, nomad, eclipse fairly well. That is very true. It's the only good thing about it. You have a good duration, so it lasts about 10 seconds. So, yeah, that's good. Cooldown is like 8 seconds, so with an implant, yeah, it's not that good. Not that good. Oh yeah, it's gotta feel good, Night Fury, to use that shield just last second when Nomad Surge, or even Eclipse, like, shows up out of the blue. Brick house with fuse mortars, and then you camp at the back of the map. It's really good then. Yeah, not bad. So we're gonna get this in here. I'm gonna say, in my opinion, I'm gonna say weak. I don't think it's very good. The speed on the mech is slow. The shield can actually hinder you if, you know, you're blocking away and your teammates are trying to get through. You're blocking it and they can't push any further. There's sometimes it can, yeah, do more bad than good, in my opinion. Ooh, next one. Next one is Brick House. We've already started talking about Brick House. Night Fury's like, bruh. I'm telling you. In my opinion, that's my opinion. Brick House is beyond trash to be out. I don't know, but I mean, it is pretty bad. It is pretty bad. Let's look at it. So we're gonna look at the stats first. 241 health, which isn't bad. That's pretty good. But the speed on this thing, like I said, if it ain't around at least 20 or above, then it's not gonna be meta. There's no way possible. So that's trash right there. Ability cooldown 12 seconds. That's not good. Anything over, I would say anything over 9 seconds isn't that great. Ability duration is 10 seconds, which isn't bad. That's not bad. Mech bonus damage plus 50%. That's really good. Team bonus damage is 100%, which is awesome. So this ability is pretty darn good. It's just slow, and the cooldown on it is ridiculous. There's a few like tweaks on these mechs that you could make a meta, but I'm sure they're not going to do it. The overcharge, amplify your weapon systems, works even better on nearby enemy allies. So 50% to you, 100% to your teammates. That's awesome. Very good ability. The problem with Blockhorn, he has an ego shield. Yeah, you can't walk through it. If you could walk through it, it'd be okay. His hitbox is the size of a freaking bus, which is true. Anything and everything can hit this thing. And the shield can be splashed. Yeah. Brick House is trash. Let's see. Brick House, more like Crap House. Yeah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. All right, I think we clearly understand where this thing goes, and it's in the trash heap. Cheetah, we don't even need to talk about this. It's going in the trash. Nobody uses it. The ability is pooping out mines and frickin', you know, that's it. It's decent speed, but it's just trash. There's a reason it's called Blockhorn. It's up to debate, you know. Some people may be able to use it a lot better than others, depending on their play style. Alright, next one up, Deathwalker. Let's look at its ability and everything. One of the toughest mechs in the game. Right here. Deathwalker. It's a tank, reanimated. Once activated, a point appears on the ground. Deathwalker's speed increases. If the Deathwalker is killed while the ability is active, it returns to that point with 100% of its HP. It had at the time of activation, plus a percentage of its total health. It's also invulnerable while being returned. So once you return, if you did have an effect, it's gone. All right, we'll look at its health. It's over 200 HP. It's pretty decent. It is 19, so it is like right on the verge of not being good, but its ability boosts its speed 60%. So that's huge. And that's the only time anybody's going to use it, really. The rest of the time they're going to be hiding, trying not to die with it. So that speed boost is huge. HP restores 10%. That's high. The ability cooldown. I think it's high. But with, you know, cooldown implant, it actually is not too bad. Ability duration is 15 seconds. This is really long. I did not expect this to be as long as this is. With an implant, it's 20 seconds. It's ridiculous. So if they did nerf this, I would say probably go down to 12 seconds with this. But that's the only way to really nerf it. Other than that, I think you have to keep it all the same. Deathwalker is very good. One of the mechs that I see the most in the game. Pretty much everybody's Hangar. Oh crap. You guys are looking at this and I'm talking about I'm over here talking about it like this. That's crap. Mess that up. But we're gonna go in here and it's definitely meta. No doubt about it. You literally can't die if you're not stupid. They have to push pretty hard to get it done. Yeah. Ace is like, throw it in the trash. Nobody should run Deathwalker. Horrible mech. Versus the best mech in the game. They should make Blockhorn to where you and your team should go through it and the enemy can't. I think that's the way it should be. Night Fury, you should be able to walk through it, but your enemies cannot. I think that'd be the best way to do it. But for the game at which state and everything, I don't think they have the fundings to be able to work on that type of coding. All right, let's move on to Dreadnought. Dreadnought. What we're gonna do with Dreadnought? Is he trash? Is he weak? Viable? Strong? Meta? I think we'll have a debate on it. We'll look at stats and everything. I think it's pretty decent. For early game, mid game. I don't think it has the ability to keep up. Where we at? Share your Discord name. I'm not gonna do it in here, but you can find me on Mech Arena channel. All right, Dreadnought. Look at this thing. Let's look at the ability first. Range down missiles in front of it, of Dreadnought, which damages enemies within the area and applies an EMP effect. If this kills an enemy, Dreadnought speed increases and the ability cooldown is reset, which is fantastic. I love this ability. Just not sure about the mech. I think it's awesome. It is awesome. Health goes up to 227, which is pretty decent for a mech like this. The speed on it is also good. Ability cooldown for something that does this, that's not bad. The wipeout EMP duration. This is the reason this mech isn't more viable. Is the EMP duration. If this EMP was 3 or 4 seconds, it would be a lot better. The wipeout damage is actually pretty good, and the wipeout area size is pretty darn good. Pretty darn good stats all around. The only thing that's causing this thing some trouble is that EMP duration. EMP duration 2 seconds. You say Dreadnought is perfect SP dropping mech, which is very stupid. That is correct. It's one of the top SP dropping builds. I'm not trying to promote it or anything like that, but it is ridiculous how much I see it on my free-to-play account. He's the least strong. Move him. What are you talking about? Oh, Blockhorn. No, I'm not gonna move Blockhorn. That's my opinion. Later, Night Fury. Have a good one. So Dreadnought, I want to put it in viable. I really do. I really want to put it in viable. Because up to mid game, it's actually pretty decent. Man, that's a tough choice. Do I put it in viable or weak? I'm not sure about this. Have a good day, Fight Club. Take it easy, bud. I got Dreadnought myself, and I'd say it's between viable and strong. Really? I just think that EMP, if you don't get the kill with that ability, it's not that great. But honestly, I think it's viable. It's a very good mech. Very good mech. Ooh, we moved on to Eclipse. Eclipse is next. One of the first mechs I think anybody should get. This phase cloak, when you active, the mech speed increases. It ignores it. It is ignored by enemy targeting systems and cannot be affected by debuffs. That's the big part. Debuffs cannot be affected by debuffs. If it was able to be somebody can put a debuff on this while it's in this stealth, it wouldn't be as viable. The stats on it, 170, which isn't bad, but it ain't that great either. The speed on it is what makes it so hard to kill. Ability cooldown, 8 seconds, which is great. Ability duration, over 10 seconds, which is another great thing to have. I don't think we need to talk too much about Eclipse. We all know it is, in my opinion, one of the #1 picks for anybody to pick up, free to play, meta, or anything else. Vic says he's got missile racks on the Dreadnought and 2 seconds is enough. I think it still needs a third. I think it needs that one more, just in case you don't get the kill. And we're looking at it as meta, strong picks, viable, weak, trash. Basically, meta, you could think of it as this is end game. This is strong picks is right before you get to end game. Viable is mid game. Weak is sort of towards the beginning, and trash is the beginning, where you just pick up a mech and it's not that great. All right, we got Gate Crusher is next. We talk about Gate Crusher. Let's get to it. Gate Crusher right here. I don't have it. The ability is kind of cool to me. I think it's pretty cool anyways. Shooting that beam and everything. So it's an ion pod. Fires a pod that sticks and causes an ion blast. When sticking to objects, it releases an ion beam that deals damage over time to enemies on an opposite side. When sticking to enemies, there's no beam. It's just like a little blast there, yeah. There he goes, beamed it. It doesn't say. There it is, blast radius. It's 20 meters when it hits an enemy, which isn't bad. The stats on this thing isn't bad at all either, and it's actually the speed's pretty good. The ion beam duration is 7 seconds. The ability cooldown is 10 seconds, which isn't that ideal. You want it to be a little bit less than that. The ion beam length is 16 meters, which people just walk around. Doesn't really affect anything. The mech blast radius isn't that great either. The damage is pretty good if you actually hit your target. Other than that, it's not that great. I don't know. It's just not that great. Check this right here. Boom. Alright. I will say this. This is a cool design of a mech or whatever, but being viable, it's not. I will say it's weak. The speed's decent and everything. You can pretty much cool design of a ability, in my opinion. Just not that very effective. What's up, Infinity Plays? How's it going? Now we're on to Guardian. Big old Guardian, which is an awesome mech. Let's see here, where is it? Where you at? Am I overlooking it? Oh, there it is. Guardian. At the end, it's 140 health. Speed is 16. It's not very good. Ability cooldown is 15 seconds, which is horrible. Crash width. The system crash system is awesome. Disables weapons and puts abilities on cooldown, which is awesome. I like this ability. It's fantastic. Very good counter to pretty much everything. The stats are not that great though. The speed is crap. The health is crap. But it's a pretty good mech. What do you guys think? What are you guys thinking? I don't know. Hopefully I'm not hurting too many people's feelings with this tier list. Because honestly, it's tough. I think it's viable. That's my opinion. Crash range implant, yes. It is incredible. I love the ability. It's very good. I almost thought about putting in the strong picks, but it's viable. Mid game, mid to late game, almost. It's like in between the lines of strong picks and viable, in my opinion. There's only a few mechs that are really meta that you absolutely have to have in your hangar. There's not very many. The rest of them are viable or strong picks. We got Hemlock that's next. We'll talk about Hemlock real quick. Hemlock, a beast of a mech. I love the ability. The ability applies the daze effect, disabling its target after a short delay. If the target is damaged, the daze is replaced by an EMP. The total duration never exceeds the daze duration stats. Okay. So its HP is 204, which isn't bad. It's pretty darn good. Speed is 22, which is really decent. Ability cooldown could be a little bit better, but you can take care of that with implants. Missed ability cooldown. I love this. This is one thing I do love. 3 seconds. Daze delay is 1.5 seconds, but you can take care of that with an implant as well, making it great. Daze duration is 7 seconds. That's long enough to kill something. That's awesome. And I love that. EMP duration is 2 seconds, which is definitely fine because you already got him in daze. Then if he takes some damage, he goes into EMP duration, which is fine. I don't mind that one bit. This mech is an overall, can be played in CPC, 2v2, 5v5. This is an all-around good mech. Does it, kill everything? It can surely support the team and help. Do you absolutely have to have this mech in your hangar? I don't think so. You don't have to have it, but it's very good for support. So that being said, I'm actually going to put it in strong picks. Strong picks. It's not one of those things you absolutely have to have in your hangar or CPC or even 2v2 or even 5v5s. In 2v2s, this thing is the king though. Well, I will say that. And it's also a free to play mech because you can pick it up with credits. Yo, RDK, what's going on, bud? Yeah, you're right, Sahin. 2v2 king. You have to have this in your hangar if you're playing 2v2. It's just one of those mechs. You have to. You have to. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Everybody that's playing 2v2 has to put this thing in their hangar for 2v2. It's just that's the way it goes. All right, we're not even going to talk about Juggernaut. It's trash. Cool starter mechs. You know, you pick it up, just have some fun with it. We're not even going to talk about it. It's dumped. It's a heap of dump. All right. Moving on to Kill Shot. I think it's pretty good. Do I think it's meta? No. Strong picks? No. Viable? It's on that line, the verge of in between viable and weak. Because you are going to use it towards mid game. But I'm actually going to put it in the weak just because of the fact that eventually you're going to have to, it's got to be viable. Yeah, it's got to be viable. Because it's right in that middle tier. I don't know, man. This one's tough. What do you guys think about Kill Shot? Do you think it's viable or weak? I'm torn. Because I want to put it in weak because it dies so fast. But then again, most players, you know, mid game are going to play this thing. Sahin says weak. I have to agree. Kill Shot's garbage. Like RDK, geez. I'm gonna put it in weak because people are gonna use it mid game. I'm not gonna put it in trash section. Could you test each mech, the ones you have, before deciding which tier it is in? I could, but then again, I'm talking meta, so if it's not leveled up in my hangar, I can't pull it into high rank gameplay. I could possibly make this into a video and put it out next week. And that's what I plan on doing, and putting in a little bit of stuff, you know, a little video action of gameplay of some mechs. There's some mechs we don't even really need to talk about. By the time you get it, that's the thing is, RDK, is by the time you get it, you're already fighting nomads, eclipse, surges, and everything. But if you're free to play, I mean, it's something to put in there in the meantime, right? What's up, Fight Club? Welcome back, bud. All right. Let's move on. Lacewing. Lacewing. Let's talk about Lacewing for a second. Let's take a look at it. I think it's pretty cool. It's fast, has everything you want, leaps into the air, jumping around like crazy, dropping a mine. The mine thing we could do without. It really doesn't do much. Every once in a while you might get lucky to help with this. I think it's pretty cool. Just because it can jump further than Lancer, which is a lot more fun. 24 energy. The HP on this thing is pretty decent as well. That's one thing that is really good. The speed is fantastic. The ability cooldown is awesome. Jump distance, it's actually pretty dope. The mine damage is nothing to really worry about. The mine damage radius 12, that's kind of crap. Now if this was like 20, I could see it be a little bit better. Jump charges has 2 jumps, which is awesome. You pair this thing up with pod guns, I mean almost anything, and it does pretty well. Is you can get the places where you can hide. I mean, pod guns, storm racks. I've seen people even in 2v2 run this with revokers. It's pretty funny. Not very good, but it's pretty funny. Let's get back to the list. Lacewing's one of the tankiest scout, yeah, excluding Nomad. It's true. That's my key point, Sahin. I think it's solid. Like I'm just gonna read exactly what Sahin says. I think it is solid to meta on some maps, OP on some maps, just okay. Same with 2v2. Some maps it is solid, some maps it is just okay. Same with 5v5s as well. Some of the maps it's okay, some of the maps it's OP. You know what I mean? It all varies depending on the map, and that's why I'm putting in the strong picks. It is not complete meta. You don't have to have it. And then on some maps, you just can't use it. Some maps you just can't use it. It's not that great on. But in overall, it is a strong mech. Yep. Yeah, like you're saying, FFA, Lacewing is garbage. Yeah, that's 100% true. You can't even use Lacewing in FFA hardly. It's crazy. It's crazy. Now we got another jumper mech in Lancer. What do we think of the Lancer? I think it's pretty good. Do I think it's viable? It can be. Just because of the jump mechanic. You can get to places other people can't. I think it's pretty good. Can it be used very well? Yes, it can. It can be used very well, but I'm gonna have to put it in the weak category, because if Lacewing can't make it to the top meta of you absolutely have to have this in your hangar, then Lancer can't make it all the way to viable either, because some maps it's useless. Mech Arena, I love cheesecake. I love cheesecake too. With a hangar that only has storms and revokers, you can't counter Lacewing in CPC. I will say in most cases, you're gonna say, yeah, you're right. But some of the maps, you can't even use Lacewing to get to those positions where revokers or storm ranks can't go. I love cheeseburgers. What the hell is this chat going to? Cheeseburgers are good too. I like that. Why hasn't somebody said pizza? I love pizza too. All right, move on to MD. I think it's awesome. I think MD is awesome. I like the ability and everything. It's just not very healthy. Gets killed very easily. And for that reason, I'm gonna put it in trash. I will say MD with some shotguns, when you first load into Mech Arena, is probably the most OP build, just starting right out of the gate. I mean, it has health, it kills stuff super quickly, but other than that, it dies off really fast. Now on to Mimicker. Take a look at Mimicker's stats and stuff, because I see this thing is pretty decent. Let's look at the stats. HP 176. Its ability is crazy, weird, but actually good at the same time. The speed on this thing is really good. The ability cooldown, pretty good. Ability duration, it could go a little bit longer, but it's all right. It's pretty decent. Adaptive range, which is its ability, is 100 meters, which is awesome. Shield durability, if that's one of the adaptions it has, is not that great. Mech healing speed, not bad. Could be a little bit better. Mech bonus damage, 30%, which is fantastic. Look at the scans an enemy and gives a temporary boost based on their roll, damage, shield, stealth, and speed, or repair. It doesn't say nothing about speed, does it? Yeah, it does. Speed. Amount of mechs HP restored. That don't make no sense. Where's the speed? It says it gets a little bit of speed, right? Stealth and speed. That don't make no sense. Why wouldn't you have it in the description? It doesn't have it in there at all. That's ridiculous. Like, it's just self-explanatory. French fries are meta. Hot dogs, anyone? Jeez. Talking more about food than anything else. Mimicker is a very interesting mech. It would be very fun to have. I think it's one of those mechs that could be meta. I mean, it could be strong, but who knows I think it's viable. But in the long run, it kind of weans off. But it's one of those pay to win. It's behind pay to win wall. So to see it and everything, you'd have to pay for it, upgrade it, and see where it's at and everything. I think it's viable. The ability alone helps it, especially if it goes into stealth and gets speed, right? It helps out a lot. Mech Arena. What's going on? Shaheen says, I don't like him. It's only fast for 32 mech. Yeah. But good weapon position and ability range is too short. I agree. I think it's viable, but it's not a strong pick for meta. RDK says Mimicker is a legendary paragon, not gonna lie. Yeah, pretty close. Pretty close. It's the same that Shadow have, yes. Shadow with pulse cannon 4s is a really good mech. Well, when you're first starting off, it's not bad. You hope when Mimicker is free to play and actually becomes for credits, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Wouldn't be a bad idea. All right, on to Nomad. And I love this mech. I love Nomad. This chain dash ability launches the mech forward, causing it to temporarily take reduced damage. If it directly hits a mech, it deals damage to it and has a short time within which it can dash to damage a different mech, which is pretty freaking cool. The health on it, 181, which is perfectly fine. 24 energy capacity. The speed is awesome. Ability cooldown is awesome. Chain dash time is 3 seconds, which ain't too bad. Ability damage is fantastic. Dash distance 45, pretty good. Damage reduction from the dash is negative 60% for 3 seconds after impact, which is awesome. It's a good ability, good mech. Some people may say that Deathwalker took its spot in the meta, but it's definitely pretty darn good. Is a common max mech better than legendary low rank mech? No. No way. That's what you thought when you upgraded it? No. The abilities the legendary mechs have outplays a common or an uncommon mech all day long. Level 1 Surge is better than a Max Paragon. That's 100%. Vic says it's good, but because of the mods, the damage doesn't matter as much anymore. This is correct. The damage resistant carries, heck yeah. He maxed out auto cannons. Oof. That's rough. Do I think Nomad should be in meta? No. It is a strong pick. Because you don't have to have it in there. Like I said, there's only a few mechs, not very many mechs, that you have to have in your hangar in CPC, 2v2, and 5v5. And I think Eclipse and Deathwalker right now, as we've went through this list, are the only two that you absolutely have to have in every game mode. The damage resistant makes each layer of the multi-layer absorb one full salvo. It's pretty darn close to that, yeah. Sahin, I broke your heart. I'm just saying, man. You don't absolutely have to have Nomad anymore. Deathwalker kind of did take its spot at that number one have to have in your hangar. It's tough. It's tough. You got Onyx next. Let's take a look at its ability real quick. Onyx. I love the design of this mech. I think it's pretty cool. The big old gun on its shoulder is awesome looking. The quad rocket does a hell of a lot of damage if you have the right implants. Its quad rocket ability weapon with a cooldown timer. When activated, this ability launches 4 rockets simultaneously that fly in a direct line, dealing splash damage on impact, which is awesome. The HP, let's look at the nice stats. The HP on it's pretty darn good. It is very slow though. The speed on this thing is slow. Ability cooldown 10 seconds, which is a little high. Just a little. Could be 9. Could be a lot better. The magazine is 4. I don't know why they do say that. It's 1 technically, but you shoot them all at once. Optimal range for this ability is 100 meters, up to 100 meters. Project speed. It shoots pretty fast. I think it's fast. It shoots faster than a storm rank. I'm not sure of that. Damage radius is 7 meters. I think for an ability, it should be a lot higher than 7 meters. I think it should be 10. The energy capacity is 32, which is awesome. But I think it's one of those mechs that's kind of lackluster just because of that speed. If it had more speed, I think we'd be talking differently about it. Ash Kumar, can you show me your inventory? Yeah, just give me a second. What are we doing? You think Nomad is better than Hemlock? A 1v1, Hemlock wins against the Nomad in every day of the week. Orion Hemlock is really a great combination in 2v2s. It can be. That's the one thing that kills it. His Onyx ability can only hit 1 mod, and it just breaks 1 shield because most people Run that perimeter ML. Man, I gotta clear my throat. What's going on with Onyx? It's very weak. I'm not gonna put it as trash because it's not, because you get 32 energy. You have a crazy ability. If you use the implants and stuff, it's really good. High damage output, but it's a glass cannon. Just because of that speed, it is very slow. Can you please show me your PLARIUM play so I can send you a request there? It pops up on the stream every once in a while. If you're around, you'll see it. Fight Club. I have the fear the day we would have a flying mech or a mech that goes underground. That's what I thought. Well, I mean, technically you already have one in Seeker that kind of like teleports or whatever, kind of. But if it goes underground, is it really a mech? Because mechs are on top of the ground, really. But the flying one, I think eventually we're gonna see one that flies. But the thing is I think they've cut that out with a lot of these hovering mechs, like Outlaw, you know, Seeker hovers, you got Surge and stuff like that. I don't think they're gonna go the flying route. The jumping route I can see going on, but I don't think they'll go exactly the flying route. They may change their mind and actually go that route. I mean, they got MD that hovers as well. But going up to a height of flight, I don't know about. I think they're learning from War Robots, where flying mechs really don't work that well unless you have like a crazy OP shield or it goes into stealth. And in this game, you don't really have a problem with stealth to a point, just because you can still shoot it and kill it. But if it goes up in the flying, and storm racks are useless, everything's gonna be useless if it goes into stealth when it's flying. If they do go that route, I hope not either. I think the way it is fine. Now we can talk about Orion. Orion, in my opinion, is one of the most goated mechs in this game. This ability that it does is top tier. One of the best abilities in the game. Hunter's Mark fires a tracking flare at an enemy mech. If you hit, you will apply a marked effect and a brief stasis effect. All weapon attacks against marked mechs count as back hits and also deal bonus damage. This is ridiculous. This ability is way too good. Way too good. 155 health, which ain't too bad for what its ability is and everything. The speed on this mech is probably perfect. Ability cooldown could be a little bit less, but it's not bad the way it is because of the ability it has. Hunter's Mark damage, 150% more damage.
Shield piercing damage 88%, which isn't bad. 3 seconds for miss, just like Hemlock, not bad. Mark transfer distance is 30 meters at max, which this could be, I think it should automatically transfer no matter what. If there's a mech in the vicinity, it should transfer. Whether it's 30 meters or up to 50 meters, in my opinion. Mark duration is 10 seconds, which is fantastic. Mark stasis duration is 3 seconds, which is awesome. There's nothing bad about this mech. There's nothing bad about this mech at all. It's squishy, but the amount of damage it can possibly do is second to none. Like, this thing is OP. Shield piercing ratio is 66%, but with a shield piercing implant, it's basically 100%. One of the best mechs in the game, in my opinion. Bad thing is it's so squishy. Is it meta though? I can't say it's meta. Is it a strong pick or viable? Honestly, man, this is a tough one. What do you guys think? Where do you guys think it should be ranked? Where should Orion be ranked? While we're doing that, we'll take care of Kumar. And we're going to show my inventory. When you talk about meta and everything, it's got to be a must-have in your hangar. Do you see people like having it must-haves in your hangar? Is it a must-have though? Orion railgun is too OP. It is fantastic. Where's my boy Tengu? It was there. I haven't leveled it up since way back when. Strong pick with the right build, 100%. I'm gonna go with that. I'll agree with that. And strong pick is where I'm gonna put it. It's very viable. CPC, it can help. Its support just as good, in my opinion, as Hemlock. 2v2, it's another one of those 2v2 mechs that can be very, very good. Is it in the meta for 2v2? It can be. Like, people can push that envelope to see that, and it's very good. 5v5, it's one of those mechs that is like, it's right on the verge of being meta for about every single category. Even FFA, this thing can be killer in FFA. Ridiculous. Where's Tengu on the rating? We'll get to it. We got how many more left to go for? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We got 20 more mechs to go through. 20 more. Fight Club says Outlaw is viable and that's it. And why is it viable? There's only one reason it's viable. Only one reason. If if Deathwalker wasn't so meta, Outlaw would be viable weak. And that's my opinion. Outlaw is pretty darn good. We're gonna look at it right here. We're gonna look at his stats. Energy capacity 32, which is a step above everybody else in most categories. HP 213, really good. That's fantastic. Speed, I think that's kind of average. If it had a little bit more speed, it'd probably be a little bit better. The ability cooldown, 15 seconds though. If they would drop this down to 10 to 12 seconds or something like that, then this would be a little bit more OP, but it's not. Foul play range is 100 meters, which is fantastic. I don't think it should have a range technically, but hey, they gave it one. Foul play radius is 5 meters. If this thing was anything more than that, it would definitely be OP. The foul play targets an enemy mech within the line of sight to disable its weapons and put its ability on cooldown. The time this takes to come into effect depends on how far the target is. Any other enemies within the certain radius of the target are also affected within 5 meters. So this mech is pretty decent. Pretty good. The only reason, it's literally the only reason Outlaw is even strong pick is because of Deathwalker. The only reason. You think Guardian is better than Outlaw? I don't think so. The only reason Outlaw is better than Guardian is because of the range. Because of the range. That's it. It's the only reason it's in the strong pick. If Deathwalker didn't exist, then Outlaw would be viable. It would be on the same page as Guardian. Just because of Deathwalker, it has to be pushed up the strong pick. Hi, Lyrics. What's up, man? My friends list is full, so you gotta add me on PLARIUM Play, and there it is right there. Add me on PLARIUM Play ID right there. It's the only way I can accept friends. On the game, I'm at my limit. I'm at my limit. All right, now we're talking about Panther. Panther is next. Add him, Lyrics. I would if I could. Now I'll tell you what, Panther is a strong mech. Panther is a strong mech. I think I'm not gonna cover it too well. Yeah, I'm gonna cover it. I'm gonna cover it because it is very good, in my opinion. Look at the stats. 119, really squishy. Speed 20,
It was just average. It was just okay. Ability cooldown 10 seconds. Ability duration 10 seconds. Stasis effect, if you walk through its fence, is 4 seconds. Stasis barrier height is 6 meters. Not bad. Not bad at all. Throws down that big old long fence. Not a bad mech. Also, 32 energy mech. It's really good. Really good if played well. Is it a strong mech or viable? I think goes into viable automatically. It is viable. Strong pick. It's just like the Aegis, in my opinion. It can played very good. It's viable in the meta. It's not meta or a very strong pick for meta. We don't need to talk about Paragon. Paragon is trash. So most of the mechs that you start off with are going to be trash right off the bat. What's my ID? You can go ahead and send it. But I guarantee you, I'm not going to be able to accept it. If I am, I'll add you. No problem. If not, they will try it here, right here. Friends list. Limit. Hit. I can't add anybody on the game. Now, on PLARIUM Play, I can add you as many people as I want. I do believe up to 300, I think, maybe. Not sure on that. Alright, off to Paragon. I think it's very good in 2v2. Very good in 2v2. And I like the look of this mech. And it has some pretty cool skins. Look at these skins though. Blue Neo scale always looks good on everything. I don't know what why, but it looks good on everything. But some of these look incredible. Like the paint schemes fit this thing perfect. Even the Starfield, that's awesome looking. Chrome Dome. I would think they would be a little bit more shiny if it was chrome, but okay. But all the paint jobs, the skins for this mech look fantastic. It's just a good looking mech overall. 500 on PLARIUM Play you can add. Jeesh, that's a lot. Sheesh, 500, that's crazy. I've seen it a lot in 2v2s. I've seen it in 5v5s as well. CPC, not so much. Did I say Paragon? I meant Parasite. What happened to your crown? You've been gone for a minute. Somebody else took it. The ability of the redirection lock onto an enemy in front and links with it. While active, Parasite redirects a percentage of the damage it receives to the linked enemy. Parasite also receives less damage. How much less? 35% less. But it almost feels like 100% less. That's the way it feels. Do we put it in viable or strong pick? I think in 2v2s it's like really strong. Huh. It's only for 2v2. That's what I'm seeing too. It's like we could make different tier lists for CPC, 2v2, 5v5, and FFA. We could make each one could be a separate list, but this is an overall list. So Paragon, I don't know. It could be viable, could be strong in some areas, and it could be weak in other areas. So for that reason, I'm gonna have to put it. I can't put it as weak because it's still good, and it can be good in some other game modes. So I'm gonna put it as viable. I'm gonna put it as viable. All right, moving on to Puma. We don't need to talk about it. It's trash. It's 100% trash. All right, Redeemer. This Redeemer ability and everything, the backtrack and everything is awesome. Do I keep saying Paragon? Parasite, 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 Parasite. We get it. I'll get it eventually. So Redeemer, it can be viable. I'm gonna have to, yeah, I have to put it in viable. The Redeemer is very good. It can be very good in 2v2, CPC, 5v5, free for all. It can be good in many different areas, and just because of that, it's viable. Is it a strong pick? Of course not. Of course not. It can't be a strong pick. All right, move on to Redox. Trash. They ruined it. There's nothing else I can say about it. There's gonna be a lot of disappointed people of this list, but that's all right. I'm talking straight meta for all game modes and everything else, so it's gonna look a little off. Legendary says Stalker is good or bad. It ain't bad. It ain't trash. I won't say that. I will say Stalker is probably not bad. I'm not gonna say what it is yet. And Redeemer's also slow down, take a breath, and speak. Redeemer is also able to complete nullify pod guns. This is true. If it gets in that ability and gets that timer just right. Salvor, it's another one of those mechs that does healing. It's a support mech and everything. It's one of those mechs. It's good. It's better than MD.
Other than that, I think it's just viable. It's something you could use. There's no reason to actually use it, but it can be good depending on how you use it. Scorpion, I have to put it down here in trash. It's one of my most hated mechs of all time. Is Scorpion. I hate that mech. Horrible. Seeker. Moving on the Seeker. Let's take a look at it real quick. It's a very good mech. Where is it? There it is. Seeker. Its ability teleports to an enemy within range. While teleporting, Seeker cannot take any damage. On arrival, Seeker activates a personal shield and deals bonus damage for a short time before teleporting back. 24 energy, 193 health, speed 22, which is good. Ability cooldown 8 seconds, fantastic. Ability duration 7 seconds, which is fantastic. I think it actually should be 5, and that would help the Seeker be a little bit better off. Give the enemies less chance of firing back and killing it so quickly. Shield durability is crap. Warp range 100 meters, that's very good. Warp duration is 1 second. So time you hit the button to the time you land behind somebody, it's a second. Vice versa when you teleport back. Warp bonus damage is 30%, which is awesome. When this thing first came out, many of you probably have seen the short. I was excited as hell to get this thing, to get my hands on this thing. I already knew a little bit about it from Scorpion over in War Robots, where I came from. Did the same exact ability, and I knew it would be OP coming over into this game, and it's fantastic. I will say this, I am going to put it as a strong pick. It is not meta because not a lot of people use it in game. CPC wise, it can help on the battlefield. Very supportive on going and getting a kill. If you send a Deathwalker back, you go and kill it with a Seeker, but you got to be careful on where you teleport, because enemies can be ready for it and kill it immediately, especially if you run into a surge. It's like no bueno, you're dead. They can counter it so quickly. That's why I don't make it completely meta. Sentinel, we don't even need to talk about it. It's another trash. It just has that shield in its face. You can splash it on the side. You can kill this thing a million different ways. It's not that good. Now Shadow, we're going to talk about Shadow. It has that stealth ability, goes into it. It actually not too bad early game up until mid game. I've even seen people play it mid game and do okay. So for that reason, I'm going to put it in a weak department. It is weak. Slingshot thing dies so quick. You can't run beacons with it or push anybody with it. You just run beacons. That's it. That's all you can do with it, is run beacons. You cannot push with it, which its ability entails you doing. It's just not that good. So for that instance, it is trash. This list is a little too high, too big, right? Of a lot of trash mechs.
Soulless. This is one of these mechs that has been pushing into the meta here lately. A 32 energy mech, which is high firepower. The health on it is 170, which is, it's not bad, but it's not that great either. The speed on it is just average, so it's not that great at moving around either. The ability cooldown is 8 seconds, which is pretty darn good. Optic override radius, which when it shoots its ability is 15 meters. I think this could be a little bit bigger, but I'm sure, I think there's an implant for that, right? Yeah, the radius right here. Oh, I'm not trying to buy anything. But this optical drive throws an orb, which applies the blind effect on an impact, overriding the visuals of enemies within radius. Blinded mechs are unable to see and can't use weapons or abilities that require a target lock, which is awesome. This is hands down, it is becoming more meta. So for that reason, I'm putting in a strong pick. It's a strong pick. Everybody hates being blinded. Everybody. It's most annoying mech in the game. In my opinion, it's most annoying. That and Hemlock. Those two mechs, so annoying. Stalker, this mech, it's trash too. Stalker, after you go through, you know, the beginning stages of the game and everything, the ability is horrible. It is the dumbest ability in the world. Yes, you have a chance to do a bunch of damage, but you also have a chance to take a bunch of damage. It doesn't make sense. Now, if it was just damage, it was out doing and everything, and it could be just like a brick house or whatever and do more damage, it's just fine. But it's not, so it's not fine. Surge, do we even need to talk about Surge? Like, who's not going to say this is not meta? Like, Surge, one of the best mechs in the game. You can't go wrong with it. There's literally nothing you can say bad about it. You dash, you stun an enemy, you put them in an EMP, like, for 3 to 4 seconds, depending if you have an implant. It stops them. You can get the kill very easily. There's no chance of survival. No chance. Here we go. Here we go. This is my all-time favorite mech in this game, hands down, period, is Tengu. What can I do with Tengu? Can you play it up to mid game? Yes, you can. The ability is fantastic. I love it. You jump. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Screw it. I love the mech. One of my favorites, the Sky Strike ability. This is OP, and I love it. Launches the mech into the air, activating stealth system so that mech cannot be targeted. It also is immune to EMP,
effects while airborne. So if you get EMP'd, like if a Zephyr is hitting its ability while you're in the air, nothing happens. I was playing on my free-to-play account just a few days ago, and I was playing against this guy, and he had a Zephyr, and I was playing in my Tengu. I jumped while I was in the air. He used his ability, and I landed on him. He's like, "You should have been stunned, blah, 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 blah." He was calling me a cheater and stuff like that. I was like, dude, look at the Tengu ability. It even says it. And I had to argue with him for like 10 minutes. It was terrible. On landing, deals heavy damage, applies a stasis effect in a radius. The energy capacity today is crap, right? It's 12. It's horrible. HP on it. Let's get over here. The energy capacity goes up to 16. It means you can use dual 8s. Dual 8s are not really viable in meta unless you pair it with a 16. So this is not that good. 140k health, not that great. The speed on this thing is actually above normal and very good. Ability cooldown is perfect, 7 seconds. Ability damage isn't that bad either. The Sky Strike radius is 15. Most abilities now are 10 or less. Stasis duration 5 seconds. Fantastic. Like, there's nothing wrong with this. Like, if they gave this thing more health and higher energy capacity of 24 and maybe 170k health, this thing would be back in meta. This thing would be back. I would love to see it. Like, if they made a legendary version of Tengu, no doubt in my mind I'd go get it. And for that reason only, I mean, I can't put it in trash because it is very good. It's kind of like Shadow, where you can use it early to mid game. So I'm putting in the week. It's putting in the week. So this is our tier list so far. We only got 3 more to go. 3 more to go. It needs 24 and health. Yeah, dude. If they did that, I would max that thing out immediately and bring it back. I would be playing that thing so much. Night Fury, it's still meta. Not only that, it's like, look at it. This thing looks cool. I mean, it's a little midget compared to the mechs nowadays, but look at the skins they have for it. Like, you can't get these type of skins nowadays. They do just paint jobs nowadays. Look. Like, stuff is actually cool back in the day. Nowadays, it's just, well, let's just put some paint on it. Let's just paint it. Let's just paint it. But back in the day, they're like, we're gonna make things look weird and outrageously cool and stuff. I wish they would bring back these designs. This is one thing that this game is missing. I think these cool designs they started off doing back in the early days of Mech Arena were fantastic. It does have the pirate skin as well, dude. Where is it? Oh, it's not even in here. It's an exclusive. I forgot. right? It's an exclusive. I do believe it's an exclusive one. You can't get it unless you pay for it. But there's a pirate one where it has a peg leg and everything. It's freaking awesome too. Some of these mechs back in the day are freaking awesome. You put my 2 favorite mechs in the week. I'm sorry, but hey, that's the way it is for the meta right now. Volti, it's a brand new mech. Brand new mech, just came out. I do have it. I have not. I don't particularly like. I don't like the. I like the ability. I just don't like its vulnerability. I mean, the thunderstorm locks on and teleports a drone to the target. The drone projectile does damage zone and applies shock. I don't know what the shock means because it don't shock anything. It just does damage. I don't know what it means by shock. Shock would, in my opinion, would be like more like paralyzing an enemy. It does none of that. If it did that, it'd be more viable. The more enemies in the damage zone, the shorter ability duration. Damage doesn't bypass shields. It's not that good. I don't know what it says. Apply shock. What's the apply shock? It means nothing. It's just damage. That's all we see. The cool thing about it is its energy capacity is 32. The health on it is pretty decent. The speed on it isn't bad either. The ability cooldown is kind of bad. If the ability cooldown would come down to 10, it would be pretty good. Ability duration is 6 seconds. That's not very long. I mean, if it was 7 or 8 seconds, it'd be okay. The damage per tick is not that great. It can be amplified by implants and stuff like that. I don't know. Thunder tick rate is 0.7. So that means every 0.7 seconds you do some damage. It's not that great. The damage on this thing can be very good and do a lot of damage. Early game, mid game, this thing can be brutal. But late game, end game type situations, no chance. No chance. Ability activation range 90, which is okay. The thunderstorm range is 130. Not that bad. But just because of those issues and everything, I can't even put it in viable. It does a ton of damage. Yes. But I think it's weak. I think it's weak. Sorry, Mech Arena. Like, that's the way it is. It's weak. Cool looking design of a mech and everything. What's up, Galactus Prime? How's it going? A legendary Arachnos in a nutshell. Technically, yeah. Technically. It's like Arachnos and Gatecrusher had a baby. That's basically what it is. Mech Arena, we'll get to you, bud. We'll get to you. And we got Vortex next. Vortex. Alright, we'll get to Vortex. I did max this thing out. And right after I maxed it out, I was disappointed. The nanobot field, the ability on this thing, the mech speed increases, and it forms a field of microscopic machines around itself, which you don't see. I don't think you see that at all. All you see is like some red crap around itself, dealing continuous damage to enemies and reducing damage to the mechs and teammates in there. So it's a very good mech if you want to push with a teammate. I wouldn't push solo with it. It only helps when you are a duo and pushing. But the bad thing about it is surges. Like surges come in here, dash on both of you, you're done. The ability is going to save you for a short period of time, and then you're done. It has an energy capacity of 24. The health on this thing is fantastic. The speed on it is okay just because of its ability. When you turn on this ability, it boosts its speed up to, I think it's 24 or 25 or something like that. It's pretty good. Oh, speed increase is 100%. So it goes up to 36. So it's one of the fastest mechs in the game. I don't know about that. Maybe. It might be for a short period of time though. Ability cooldown is 13 seconds, which is not that good. Ability duration is 8 seconds, which is actually fantastic. That's pretty darn good. So there's some plus sides to this mech. And that's why it became meta just for a short period of time. It did not last very long. The field radius is 12 meters, which is awesome. The field damage reduction is 50%. It's a really good mech and can be very good in 2v2s, CPC. I wouldn't say so much in 5v5. Free for all, this can be a game changer. This thing can be a beast in free for all. Surge Vortex combo would be really good. Yeah, no doubt about that. It's awesome mech. I love it, and I love this skin. I love this skin. Like, they actually have some cool skins for it. See how it's just plain Jane here? They actually did something and made it look cool. Like it is actually like some blood tanks on here and stuff. You know, made it look like a vampire knight. You know what I mean? And then the dragon heart. Yeah, that's awesome. When most of the time all they're doing is, let's throw a paint on it. Let's just throw this paint on it. Paint on it, paint on it, paint on it, paint on it. No, we need some cool designs like this. I'm gonna say it again. Yep. I think it's a cool mech. Pretty cool. I think, honestly, it's viable up until mid game. Even a little further if played correctly. It can become a strong pick or whatever. It's very good. Now, last but not least, we got Zephyr. Very good mech. A lot of people play this mech up to mid game, and I can't. All right, I'll tattle on myself, okay? In the Mac, or not the Mac, but the Mao tournament, me and Punisher, I was trying to get him to push, is I know they couldn't stand it if we just kept on pushing. They wouldn't survive very much. Well, they had Zephyr, they had Guardian and stuff like that, and we got caught by Zephyrs and Guardians but we ended up losing 2 matches. So I finally pushed him over the top, and we just pushed the crap out of him and dominated the last round. But I've been trying to get him, push him, and push, but he wanted to play careful. Alright, this support mech have abilities that can disable enemies, control the field, or assist allies, which is very good. The shock pulse ability triggers an energy pulse, applying an EMP effect that stops enemy mechs from moving or attacking. It's a good mech, don't get me wrong. It is just very squishy. Very squishy and very slow. It is not that good. Those 2 things alone right there are what make this mech not very good. The ability cooldown is right on point. The ability duration for a 3-second EMP is very good. The shock pulse radius is 30 meters all the way around. Fantastic ideas. But if it had more health and it had 20 speed, game changer. This could be up there in the talks. Speaking of Punisher, look at him. Right there he is, bud. So, in that being said, Zephyr has to be viable to mid-game. So, this is our mech tier list. There's only three mechs that are at the top of the meta. 2 of them are free to play. Deathwalker is just one of those mechs that it's unstoppable. Unstoppable. It has to be there. Did you know it had 6 seconds once upon a time? Yes, it did. It was a beast back in the day. What's up, Punisher? How you doing, bud? Please check my account. Mech Arena. I can't scroll all the way back up there and everything. I am going to take a screenshot of this. Nah, I ain't going to screenshot it. Keep it for later. Whew. That was a long rant. Too much talking. How long has this been going on? 2 hours 38 minutes already. Sheesh. We've been going for a long time. Mech Arena. Let me check your ID right here. Boom, 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 boom. Natsui clan, huh? Okay. Please check it out. What are you thinking, bud? Fairly new player, 22 battles. Not bad. You got the nades on here. You got the Guardian with cryos. You got long arm brick house, which can't be too bad for this. And then you got slingshot shotgun 4s. So not too bad. You also have an impulse and you got the barrage. Okay, so you got a nice pilot. Sahin 100% like the list. Hell yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about. It's meta. Like that's where the meta is right now. In 2025, summer of 2025, that's where the meta is. This ain't a bad hangar. For a starting out account, not bad. I probably would not have spent money on the brick house. most definitely probably wouldn't have spent money on the brick house. And it, you might have leveled it up too. I don't know. But not bad for a starting account, dude. Pretty darn good. Suggest some changes. Let's see here. 1.8 SP. Matter of fact, let's do it. Let's go over to the free to play account and I'll show you what I have already on mine. Because you're not too far off from what I am, right? Lone Star is still missing. Oh. More lure. So this is what I did. I don't know if you got here before the miniguns or after the minigun event, or you probably got here right after the minigun event. Tengu is going to be your friend. You ought to get that Tengu, put the shotgun 4s on the Tengu. There's actually a gift for it, or a promo code for it. It's called Mid Tengu Gift, but I don't know if you used it to get the Guardian or not. Oh my gosh, look at this. $9 for Nomad and Deathwalker. OP this hanger would be. But yeah, make sure you get your Storm Rack 6s, Revoker 6s, what else? Podgun 8, fairly new accounts. Guardian is really good mech. I like it with the missile racks or pod guns, or you can use about anything on this thing and work pretty good. Some people like using ember guns or revoker type builds with it. I kind of get torn off of that. This is what I did with my slingshot because I want to run beacons, but I don't want to go head on with somebody. So I use this to get to the beacons quickly right at the beginning of the match, and then try to use some fire to, you know, back them up, keep them honest, so teammates can get this middle beacon or that second beacon. But I love Tengu. Does it show the pirate one on here? It doesn't show the pirate one. No. Ah, I wish it did. What about in the shop? No. But Revoker 6s, Storm Rack 6s, Odd Gun 8s. Those were the 3 weapons I would choose. Actually, you know, you go with Helix Rack 8s as well. Pod guns are better than Helix Racks, in my opinion. But those 3 weapons can carry you through mid-game. Just keep grinding. I would say that. Just make sure you do as much of this stuff as you can. Get as much credits, A coins as you can. What I have done, I am not upgrading a single thing. So everything in my hangar, except for, I think, what was it? Arachnos, I think. I had to upgrade it 2 levels because of an event. And that's it. Other than that, mechs and weapons, I am not upgrading on this account. I am actually saving every bit of what I got to get to tier 7.
so I can get Eclipse and Surge as quickly as possible. That's free to play advice. If you're not free to play and you want to do these things, like just buy the Eclipse, buy the Surge, buy the weapons. You don't have to buy the weapons, but get to tier 5. You got Aegis, you got Guardian. You can buy your Surge and Eclipse and have fun with the game. Like, you don't even have to progress any further than this. You can stay in tier 5, grab those 2 mechs up, try to get as many blueprints for those 2 mechs as possible, get them up to max, work on some of these builds, because you can get 16 energy and everything. You can be just fine. Or actually, I think you have to get the tier 6 for weapons. Yeah, tier 6 for the 10s, the Stormwreck 10s, and the Revoker 10s. Other than that, you'll be set to go, dude. See, I don't have the choice of buying the mechs for $6.99. I got them for $8.99. I don't know why, but they're $8.99. Ever since I started this account, it's been always $8.99. It's never been $6.99. Oh no. Get out of this account. Got my sons and daughters account on here as well. But yeah, maybe it is just a brand new account that they get the $6.99 deals. But I would immediately like buy up Surge and Eclipse right off the bat if I could. If I was starting a new account today and I was able to spend, I don't know, $20, I would definitely go for Surge and Eclipse and possibly Deathwalker if I got it in the offer. Like, there's so many times that I've seen like Eclipse or Surge and Deathwalker, one of those two, and then Nomad, and it's like $8.99 a piece, and I'm like, dude, I almost want to buy them. My son played for like 2 weeks and then kind of died off after that. Artemis, yeah, he's got everything. He's got all the end game stuff. Dude, you ain't lying, Error. Everybody says this game is pay to win, but it's really cheap to get the best mature and then just upgrade from there. Yeah, dude, honestly, this game is super cheap. Like, if you, like, for instance, instead of buying like a top tier game for $60, right? If people would just do the same mindset and come into this game and spend $60, they would love this game till the end of time. Like, that's it. But you got a lot of people that can't spend $60, or they look for free to play games. And that's fine to play free to play. Just get the tier 7 as quickly as possible. Get you a Surge, get you an Eclipse, and you'll be fine. But that grind is real. Better than War Robots? Hell yeah, it is. A billion, yeah, no doubt about that.
what is it? F and R, I think. I forget how's it done. Is it like a double dash R or something? I don't remember. It's FC, ain't it? Fight Club. If I can find it in here. If not, I'll have to look at it some other time. There's so many. So many. Yeah, I'll have to look at it some other time. McDonald's. Yeah, you can literally buy a Happy Meal. It's the same price as buying a cheap weapon or mech in here. I'll agree with that. To a point, in-game is kind of depressing just because of the fact you face bots all the time. Now, I'll say that span in between 10k and 14k SP is the sweet spot. You're always fighting players. I mean, at least 1 out of 3. This is at least, if not every match, you are fighting players. And that is where everybody gets hung up. Is you'll have like maybe 1 or 2 max mechs and stuff like that. Most will be, rank 6, not maxed, but rank 6. And you might have 1 or 2 of them maxed by then. But that is the sweet spot. You'll get the most players from, in that mid range from the beginning of the game all the way up until 14k. After 14k, it's kind of iffy, but in between, man, you guys are fighting players all the time. After that, you're just paying to suffer. I mean, if you want to be very competitive in the game, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. It's underscore, my bad. I didn't see that. CFC, KFCs. Yeah, dude. My bad. All right, check your hangar. Yes, it's just a lot easier. Just give me the ID. Thank you. Take a look. Dude, he's got everything. It's meta. The only thing he's possibly missing is a Hemlock and Nomad. Hemlock, Nomad. He's literally done. Like, in every game mode, he's got it. Hemlock, Nomad. Let's look at the list. What's the list say? Like, he could go for, he got the Eclipse, he's got the Deathwalker, he's got the Surge. He could go, I think he's got Lacewing as well. So he could go Hemlock, he could go certain Nomad, like any of these, just to fill the last 2 slots is fantastic. If he wanted to go for Seeker, I think he'd have fun with playing that. Like any of these top mechs right here, these are the top 10. Top 10. You'd have fun playing them. But he's got everything he needs. I'm not a big fan of the Vipers, but at early game, they are OP. Once you get to mid game, they kind of lose their touch. Max Lancer here. He's got the 6 and the 10s. He's already got the 8s and the 10s revokers. Like, he's pretty set. I don't know why. Well, he don't have a Nomad yet. But I would get rid of that kill shot if I had a Nomad. Other than that, it's fantastic builds. He's listened to me. He has Nomad. This is his second ID. This is your second ID. Is this is the more free to play account, which ain't bad. The Puma, it's got to go. You got to put something in there. Put something in there. But this ain't bad. I don't like having two guided weapons like this. I don't like that. If you're gonna have one, you just have one. Don't do both, because it's a lot of stuff you're just gonna be hiding a lot, and won't be able to push beacons as well. I mean, slingshot will be able to push beacons a little bit, but you ain't gonna want to run in there. Looking good, dude. Looking good. You're hiding the Nomad? I wouldn't hide it. I'd throw that bad boy in there. Well, I mean, while we're at it, we might as well just do some Hangar reviews. I've been talking long enough today. That's how you annoy your enemy. I tell you what, if you got a Hemlock with just what you have in your Hangar and stuff, you would love 2v2s even more. No doubt in my mind. No doubt. But man, if people would follow this list, they'd have so much more fun in this game. Just ignore the trash. Ignore the trash. Come up here and play with these weapons and mechs. Or these mechs, at least. Not the weapons. The weapons are not so good. But we could do another poll on that. We could do another tier list for weapons as well. But this is a fantastic guide. If new players were actually wanting to become good in the game and stuff like that, if they follow this and only use the first two, the meta and the strong picks, to pick what weapons and mechs they want to run, they can't complain in this game. They'll be good in this game forever. Should I buy Sentinel or skip? Unfortunately, I think Sentinel is one of those mechs that you have to pick up just to move on to tier 7. But before you do that, I would make sure you have enough A coins for Eclipse. Make sure you have enough acorns for Eclipse. So once you like Artemis did, he got whatever, I forget what he got, or no, he bought Sentinel too, and moved into tier 7 and immediately dropped the hammer and bought Eclipse with all the acorns. So that's what I would do. I would definitely do that. Right. That's a lot of talking for me. A lot of talking. Yeah, save it. Well, while you're saving and everything, it'll be easier for you to get blueprints for your 10 energy weapons for your storm rack and your revoker as well. And so if you hold off, you can build up some blueprints until you get that enough. Save up those acorns. Get it.
Here we go.
Heck yeah. Put my mods back on. That's another thing that I think some people go wrong with, is honestly, with this build, this Deathwalker, you don't need anything but the perimeter ML and the health and the hardened hull. Other than that, you really don't need anything on that. Because sometimes I'll take so much damage my first push or whatever, I'll end up soaking it all up and not teleporting back, and end up my timer runs out, and then I'm just an easy target. Sometimes I feel that way. What do you say to rating your 3 accounts? Go for it. Send them. Send them. Other problem with the new account is you can't mod all your new mechs. Yes, I know. But if you have an old account, you can mod your mechs and stay low SP. That is very true. I do agree with that, the way they did it and everything. But like, if you already let other people do it, you can't just let these new guys walk in here and be like, this guy has a level 4 or rank 4 freaking mech with mods all over it. You know what I mean? Like, you can't. You're kind of hurting the newbies. Like, nobody wants that crap, you know? Oh, looky here. We got some pod guns, revokers. You got storm rack 6 and 10, revoker 6 and 10. You got the pod gun 8s, fantastic. You got the minigun 8 and 10, nice. I'm not too big of a fan of the Vipers. I think mid game is pretty much all they can go for. Other than that, not bad. And you got Bastion, which is kind of mid, which not so bad. I love the Panther as well. So you got like semi-brawling stuff, semi, you know, support stuff. Like, it's a good little mix here. Good little mix. Yeah, they screwed the new players, basically. I mean, it does force them to 6-star stuff. So this one ain't too bad. I like the pod guns on Orion even. Miniguns on the Panthers, not bad. Try switching these two up and see what you think. I used to run the miniguns on my Aegis and I liked it. Try switching them up. See what you like. I mean, you do have a sniper pilot with it though. I understand they don't have a heavy duty or I don't think they have a heavy duty or a barrage weapon pilot at low tier. But not bad. You do have some nice stuff. So I'll give it a 5 for the first one. It's your main, and then you have this one. It's a little bit pay to win. So this one's a little pay to win. This one looks weaker than your first one. Am I reading that right, Vic? The first one you sent me is freaking awesome. This one, I mean, it's good, but not as good. The chain guns, those are junk. I mean, you don't have storm racks on this one. I'm surprised you don't have helixes on this. But yeah, your first one looks better than this one. You do have all the minigun implants. Jeez. Yeah, your first account looks way better. I'll give this one a 4. That first one's way better. You saving up currently? All right. No doubt. You got it. No doubt in my mind you got it. All right, I think we did a good job on this list. Your guys' input and some of my input, we put together one hell of a list right here. Just stick to the top two tiers right here, and you can't go wrong in this game. Literally, you can't go wrong. Even if you just use 5 of the strong picks, you're still gonna have a good time in this game. I'm gonna get out of here. You guys have a wonderful day. And until next time,